Welcome to part number 10 of the Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past playthrough. We've just made it to the second part of the Lost Woods Dark World dungeon. And the second part of the dungeon, it's pretty different than the first part. You know, the first part was a maze, you know, confusing, multiple entrances, multiple exits, stuff like that. But this section, it's very linear. For the most part, there's only one path you can take, except for this beginning part, which is sort of cryptic, but you'll figure it out soon enough. Grab the key right there. If you see these glowing saw things, you'll know what they look like when you see them. If those touch you, you turn into your rabbit form, which you don't want to turn into rabbit form because you can't attack. You can't use any items, you can't use your sword, you don't even have your shield. You're practically defenseless. The only thing you can do is run. So don't touch them. It's not in your best interest. I hate this room. You know, I always fall into these holes if I'm not paying attention. If you see those stars on the ground, whenever you touch them, the layout of the room, it changes. So, I rush forward and I always fall into the holes. I don't this time, but normally when I play this game, I run into those holes at least once. Sometimes more, but at least once. And I really hate those orange jellyfish because they break, once you hit them once, they break into two smaller jellyfish. And then sometimes those smaller jellyfish they become electrocuted, and then you try to hit them with your sword and you get damaged. It's just not fun. I don't like those enemies. And there I got grabbed by that hand. I hate that hand so much. And that's gonna happen again. At least one more time. At least two more times. I don't know how many, but always watch out for the shadows that come from the ceiling because those hands are so annoying. I hate how they take you back to the beginning of the dungeon. I hate how they brought those things back in later Legend of Zelda games. In fact, in pretty much every one they brought it. No. Not everyone, but they exist in different forms, in different games. I know they're in Ocarina of Time. I know they're in Wind Waker. They're a little bit different in Wind Waker, but I'm trying to think of if they were in any other 2D games. I don't think they were in Minish Cap or Link's Awakening. I'm not sure. If you know the answer to that question, please tell me in the comments below. Thank you very much. In this room, you have to light all of the torches. Yeah, the torches, before the door will open. You can try to do it with the lamp, but you will not succeed. Your only chance is to use the fire rod to light them from a distance. In fact, you have to use the fire rod for that one up top because there's a giant hole in the way. And obviously, you can't walk over that hole. So yeah, just use the fire rod. There's some magic in the pots, or not in the pots, in the things you can lift up if you need more magic. And there was the buzzsaw thing I was talking about, the glowing buzzsaw thing, whatever. I don't know what it is, but there it is right there. Don't get grabbed by it, or not grabbed by it, don't get hit by it, or you'll turn into your rabbit form. These enemies are pretty annoying. There was a point in the game where they appeared and you didn't have the hammer yet, so you had to go behind them and hit them with your sword, but now that you have the hammer, it's better. And there I got grabbed by the hand, but I cut back to where I was because you didn't really need to see me walking through the dungeon again for the third time, so I cut it out. And I think it happens one more time. Yeah, I think it happens right here, to be honest. You may think this is a dead end, but no, you're supposed to go in that hole. And there, yeah, I get grabbed again. So we'll cut back to where I was. Almost got grabbed again. At this point, I'm really cautious. I don't want to get grabbed by that hand any more times. Anyways, fall into that hole and you'll be at the boss. It is a butterfly / moth. And for this boss, you're going to want to use the fire rod because it's much more effective than using the sword. In this boss fight, the room is like a conveyor belt, and spikes will come from all different parts of the room trying to hit you. If you're just using the sword, that is a pretty difficult boss fight, but when you're using the fire rod, it goes a lot faster. It takes a lot less hits. Consider it his weakness. You know, if bosses have weaknesses in this game, consider that his weakness. It'll take him out in 8 or so shots, something like that. If you run out of magic, just finish him off with your sword. He's not that bad. His attacks, I think he only has one attack, and it's a 3-way energy laser attack. Don't worry about that. It doesn't hurt that much, and to be honest, he doesn't even do it that much, and you should be much more concerned about the spikes that are going all throughout the room trying to hit you, and the conveyor belt. It's a confusing boss fight, but if you can use the fire rod to your advantage, you'll get it done quickly, and it shouldn't be a problem. But just in case, you can always go in with a couple potions, either green, red, or blue. Anyone's green to help you if you run out of magic, red to help you if you run out of life, and blue if you have the money. Because blue potions are expensive. I think I buy a few later on because I think in this video I get like 300 more rupees from a treasure chest. It's kind of secretive, but there's a lot of them in the game. There's a lot of areas where there's just a bunch of treasure chests, either containing like 200, 300, not 400, you know, I think it's 50, 100, 200, or 300. There's a lot of locations where you can stock up on rupees. So if you played the game a lot like I have, you know where they all are, and money, it's not a problem for you. There is a gambling game where you go into this house and you pay, and then you open a treasure chest, and then it has, you know, some amount of rupees, whatever. I wanted to show that off, but I didn't do it in this recording. Maybe I'll do an extra video if I get around to it, just showing off that gambling house, because I think it's really cool. I don't know why, I just like it. It's much better than the gambling areas in the original Legend of Zelda. Those ones are, I don't like those ones, and I've gotten very familiar with those gambling rooms. Maybe you'll see something about that on this channel later in the future. Wink, wink. Maybe. I don't wanna give any spoilers out yet. But yeah, once you complete dungeon number 3, they make you walk all the way back out of the Lost Woods, and that means going back through the other portions of the dungeon. And I try to use the hands to save some time, but I really don't. And you know, the hands, they're never fun. They're always a nuisance. They're never helpful. I mean, I just want to take a shortcut back to the beginning of the dungeon, but you can't even do that for me, hands. What good are you? I don't know. And there's an extra room. I don't know. This dungeon, there's a lot of unnecessary rooms that you don't have to go into. I'm not sure why, but whatever, doesn't bother me. So now we're heading to the 4th dungeon, which is located in the Dark Village, or Dark World Village, whatever you want to say. And I still can't lift that rock, even though I think I can. Yeah, it's in the village of the 4th World Dungeon. No, 4th World? Dark World. A lot of the dungeons are located in spots where there were dungeons before. Like there's 3 dungeons where the 3 pendants were in the Light World. And then there's some in some unexpected places, like dungeon number 4. Dungeon number 5's in a sort of strange place. But there's 300 rupees. Just bomb that wall into that house with no door, whatever, and you'll get 300 rupees, which is very helpful. Now I have 900 something. It's pretty good. That should take care of all my money problems for the rest of the game. I think I only buy some potions. I don't think there's any other items I have to buy, but yeah, I definitely buy some potions. Yeah, I know for a fact I buy 2 blue potions. And I think that's it. Here's dungeon number 4. It's pretty annoying. I want to say there's some more hands, but I don't think there is. But this dungeon, it's not too bad. It's sort of a maze, but it's pretty small, so you shouldn't be lost or confused at any points in this dungeon. It's just a matter of searching for the small keys, you know, like any other dungeon or palace or whatever they're called at this point. You just gotta search, and this one, it's not too bad. Watch out for that. If you lift up that skull, a glowing buzzsaw will come to turn you into a bunny. We don't want to do that. The main issue with this dungeon is finding one of the very first small keys. It's kind of hard to find. On my first playthrough, I spent a long time looking for it. It's that one right there. If you just saw it, it was in that chest. And you have to go around and then go underneath the walkway. It can be a bit confusing your first time playing. Or it was for me. I don't know. I was a kid when I first played this, so maybe that's why I had trouble with it, but I don't know. Maybe a first-time player might have trouble with it. I don't know. But I'm gonna get to my last question right now. And it's not really a question, it's just a long message that I thought I would respond to. I was gonna read it all out, but I don't have that much time left, only 5 minutes or so, so I'm just gonna paraphrase. And basically the person is saying that they like all my challenge videos, but they don't necessarily like all my playthrough videos. And they sort of politely asked me to stop doing them. And if I could, here's what I have to say. If I could stop doing the playthrough videos, I would. But the thing is, I can't just bring challenge videos all the time. I can't do it. I don't have the time to do this all day, and sometimes challenges are really hard and they take a long time, and I can't just continuously post challenges. Or I could just post challenges, but the thing is, you wouldn't get videos as often from me. And what's this? What's this? A dead end? What's this? Well, there is no purpose to this room. I don't get it. Whatever. Anyways, if I could, I would. But the thing is, if I only posted challenge videos, or I could. But if I only posted challenge videos, you just wouldn't see videos from me as often. So my philosophy is, isn't it better that you get videos, you know, pretty regularly from me? I don't know, every other day, something like that. Isn't that better than just having videos like every other day and then a break for a month? I just think that I'd rather post videos more regularly. I can't talk right now. I just think that's better. I don't know. But the thing is, if you don't like the playthrough videos, you don't have to watch them. I'm not offended. I'm not offended at all. I know there's some people who come here for the amazing challenges and my amazing skills at video games. I know there's some people who come here for that. And I understand. So if you don't want to watch the challenge videos, then don't do it. I don't mind. It really doesn't bother me. And just, you know, check back in however long it takes for me to finish the playthrough. Sometimes it's a week, sometimes 2 weeks. This one's probably going to be like a month or so, maybe a little bit more. I'm going to try to put them out as quickly as I can, but yeah, just if you don't like them, don't watch them. I'm not forcing you to watch all of my videos. And the other thing is, I like doing the playthroughs because, you know, it gives me a chance to answer questions and what people are thinking or what people have to ask me. And it just gives me an opportunity to do a relaxed commentary, something I don't have to worry about. You know, if I mess up, oh well, it doesn't matter. With the challenge videos, I kind of want to make better videos, you know, make sure the commentary is pretty good, you know, I don't mess up too much, and, you know, stuff like that. Although I really don't redo them if I mess up. Only if it's something really bad, but that's really rare. Yeah, so these ones, they're just fun videos, you know. And that's pretty much all I have to say. If you don't want to watch them, then don't. I don't mind. Just come back for the challenge videos. And, yeah. That's all I have to say. Now we're getting to the basement section of the dungeon. And the thing about this dungeon is, it's pretty different from the other dungeons, because there's a person here that you need to rescue. I don't think I showed in this video. I think it's the next video, but there's a person you need to rescue. Much like the introductory dungeon, where we had to rescue Zelda. It's just like that. She'll follow right behind you, and you need to help her escape. You know, something like that. Maybe it's something a little bit different, who knows? I do, but maybe you don't. Maybe you haven't played this game. Which, I bet there's a lot of people who haven't played the game. I know I've played it a bunch of times. And I know, that's something I forgot. I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but if you haven't played this game, go play it. There's a lot of ways to play it. You can either buy the original Super Nintendo cartridge. The game was also ported to Game Boy Advance at one point, and I'm 99% sure that it's available on the Wii Virtual Console. So yeah, pick it up if you can. But that's the end of this video. I'll see you in part number 11.